Hey guys, I'm Red. I brought you outside to talk about the secret of Steadicam. Did you see that? It's pouring in Los Angeles. Let's go inside and talk about waterproofing instead. It's more important. Weather isn't always great on set. Sometimes it gets really cold. You might be standing in the sun all day. So I suggest everybody keeps a duffel bag in their car. And I keep suntan lotion and cold weather gear and rain gear for both me and my rig. It's important to keep debris and water out of, most importantly, the gimbal and the arm, but all of it's pretty important, so let's take a closer look. Although there is no way to completely waterproof or dustproof everything, I start with the water jacket that Tiffen makes for the G70. I'm not sure it's the best system, but it's the one that I have and it works okay. The lower arm segment piece slides on and has a Velcro slit in the side to allow the socket block out. I find it easiest to put on if you take the socket block off first. The top arm segment has Velcro down the whole thing, but that doesn't make it much easier to put on. You'll soon see that this is a trend. It's all time consuming and makes everything a bit harder to use, but it's a lot faster than trying to clean your gear after the fact. I might also put some tape on the connecting point between the two. I can also confirm the cover is cat hair resistant. It's important that the gimbal can still move freely when protected. I don't think anyone makes something specifically for this, so I ended up buying a generic DSLR camera cover because it checked all my must-have boxes. Reusable, 2 parallel holes, and 1 at a 90-degree angle that seals from water and debris. I didn't measure, however, and got lucky that it fits over the top stage. I will put a link to it in the description if you're interested in getting one, and they still make it. I don't know. Once you pull it over, get it over your gimbal, unvelcro the side panel, and pull the handle through. I might operate with my hand inside this covering too, depending on how I'm feeling that day, and if I want to get my hand cold and wet or not. And although you can't see the volt button anymore, you can still hit it through the fabric. Then I cinch up the top and bottom. You also want to neaten up the extra cord so nothing is dangling down. Now that you have the arm and the gimbal covered, you want to cover the camera and the top stage. They do make products to do this that are reusable, but I found you just run over to craft services and grab some trash bags. So normally I would put the bag directly over the top if the camera was smaller, and that way I could cinch the bag around the post here. And then if I wanted to make adjustments, like changing out the battery or something like that, all you have to do is undo it, pop the battery in, and tighten it back down. But this camera is really long, so I'm gonna have to probably use 2 trash bags. You throw a little bit of tape on here and it'll work perfectly. Even though it is the most waterproof like this, most DPs will complain. So I like to put a hole in the bag for the lens before they call me a complete idiot, although I might get to go home earlier that day. Then add a little tape so it doesn't move. Now for the batteries I do the same thing. Grab a trash bag. And cover it up. It gets damaged, it's not a big deal to just rip it off and put a new trash bag on. Now for the monitor, you need to be able to see through it. I don't have any clear trash bags, but I do keep in my kit some saran wrap. Make sure you completely cover the monitor in plastic wrap, like you do your pockets before you go to an all-you-can-eat buffet. Be careful to leave some excess to fold over so it creates a good seal. If it's going to get really wet, add some tape here too. The heat from the monitor will cause it to fog up over time, so when it does, I simply cut it off and redo it. I might also stick in one of those delicious silica packets that comes with sneakers to try to absorb some moisture. Now this is technically optional, but I like to protect myself as well. So I got a waterproof jacket that I can fit underneath my vest. Now the vest is fairly waterproof. I don't like to get the pads damp, so I also have the poncho made by Jerry Hill. And although it's pretty expensive for a poncho, it's well made and has a slit in the side for your socket block to fit through. It also works with both standard and goofy operators. It's not a sponsor, but I'll put a link to it in the description. So let's try it on. So it may look a little silly, but I keep all of the functionality of the rig, and although I look like a garbage monster, it is safe and I'm safe. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and check out my Instagram at steadyred. I also want to thank Laurent Danis, probably got that name wrong, for suggesting this video in one of my past comments. So if you have a video idea, please leave it in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Also, you can check out some of these other videos, they're pretty cool too.